Would you like to learn some crafty ways to bless others? This video is going to show you how to do exactly that. Hi, welcome, welcome. Come on in, my crafty friends. I'm Dawn, creator at DD Creates Crafts, and this is the channel for simple cards, duplicatable crafts, helpful hints, and fun projects. If that's the kind of station, the kind of channel you're looking for, go ahead and subscribe right now while it's fresh on your mind. Are you ready to create some crafts? Come on in. I'm going to turn the camera down, and I've got some fun things to show you today. I'm going to turn you down now. Line you up. Pretty good, huh? The first thing I want to introduce you to is Stampin' Up's Day of Service, and that is today. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and my channel is DD Creates Crafts, and Stampin' Up products are my products of choice. And the reason I do this channel is to introduce you to me, introduce you to Stampin' Up products, and then I want to show you how to use the products you order with simple cards and projects. And when you order products with me, one, you get free goodies. Two, you also help support this channel. So be sure to look at the description section when we're done, and I'm going to show you how to get my free monthly card kits free. You can order them, of course, but wouldn't it be more fun to get them free? Yes, it is. Back to Stampin' Up's Day of Service. To celebrate, I want to first introduce you to the Nourish and Flourish card kit. These are the 3 cards. Here's a few of the samples I've already made myself. It's a kit that does not involve any stamping, so it is especially nice for the beginner card maker, beginner crafter. And check this out. This is a insulated lunchbox. How gorgeous is this? And your card kit arrives in this lunchbox. Everything you need, the adhesive, the ephemera, the envelopes. How many kits give you envelopes? And then you'll make these 3 designs with instructions how to do everything. Now, why am I talking about the Nourish and Flourish kit? 1, because I'm in love with this lunchbox, but 2, when you order this kit, $3 from every kit goes to an organization to help fight hunger. And I thought that was especially important to bring out and mention and introduce you to today, especially for the Day of Service. The other thing I want to talk to you about is how we can bless others with our cards. Yes, with any paper project, but I was going to talk about cards in particular. So I'm going to get out some of my goodies to do that, and I'll put in the description section some of the organizations I like to honor with my cards. One is called Veterans Honor Flight. So I do try to either do hearts or do something patriotic for the veterans, and also senior care centers. They love to receive handmade cards, any cards really, but handmade cards are especially cherished. So I want to teach you how to make a card today using a bundle, here it is, called Celebrate with Tags. And the reason I chose this is yes, it's got a lot of Christmas, but you guys, you're going to be able to use this throughout the entire year, because especially the dies has tags, it's got birthday candles, it has hearts, it's got labels. So look at the little balloon, to and from. We're going to use this all year, and yes, I'm using it today, but there's 2 other months that you will be using this. Go under the community button and you'll see my schedule for videos. And there's 2 months that we'll be using this particular bundle for the projects, and you'll be able to craft along with me. So I wanted to introduce you to this as well. Now, for our first card, I'm going to get out I've pre-cut everything, but I'll go ahead and get out the paper trimmer just to show and tell and give you an idea just by a glance at our measurements. So for your base, and I've used a thicker white base, we are going to cut the card at 11 by 4 1/4, and then just fold it in half. or if you prefer, score it at 5.5. So that creates your base. Now we're going to cut a layer. I have chosen Flirty Flamingo, and your layer is going to be 5.25 by 4. Whoops, what do you mean that doesn't fit? Well, I've gone ahead and used a die from the Scalloped Contours dies. This is it. And this creates the scalloped edge that I've already pre-done on our layer. Now, I know you've seen me use this a ton if you've been with my channel for a while. And I do use this a ton. So you can feel confident ordering this particular die set. You get the 8 dies for $35. Especially these two go with the matching stamp set. But whoa, baby, is this versatile. And will you see us use it? So that is your second step of your step 1. Step 1 has 4 parts. Cut your base, cut your layer, die cut this with the Scallop Contours dies, and then step 4 of step 1, yes, there's 4 steps, is to cut some designer series paper. And we're gonna cut our designer series paper at 5.25 by 3. 5.25 by 3. And this we're going to adhere down to, in a little bitty bit, the layer with the edges. So these are your moving parts so far. So are you ready to move on to your step 2? All the cutting is your step 1. That's why I typically have 4 step 1s, which kind of doesn't make sense, but to me it does. So praying, crossing my fingers, it'll make sense to you guys too. Let's go on to step 2, and that has 3 parts, which is our die cutting. So I want you to first, and this is the Celebrate with Tags die cutting. Look at this cool die cut, die, and it cuts a tag. And this is what your tag is gonna look like when you die cut it. So I want you to cut this in white as well. And it folds, how cool is that? So it's kind of a layered tag. I'm gonna put that aside. Then I want you to die cut a white label, and that's gonna look like this. Now, I've stamped this, and I'm gonna do some stamping. So here's what I want you to tell me in the comment section. Oh my goodness, because you either do one or the other, you guys. Do you stamp first, then line up your die and then cut it out? Or do you cut out a die like this and then stamp on the little die cut piece? So that is the question of the day. I'm gonna tell you a secret. For me, I have to stamp first and then die cut. Oh my goodness, I just do. So that's another of the die, and this is part of your stamp too. And I got off on a very long tangent there. And then also I want you to die cut a heart in the Flirty Flamingo. Then I'm using the same color to match my cardstock layer right there. So whatever color you're using, just color coordinate your heart with your scalloped edge layer, okay? So I'm gonna put these to the side and move these to the side. So that is your step 2. All 3 steps of step 2 is your die cutting. Are you having fun? Have you learned something yet? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go boop and hit the like button. I need you to show YouTube that you want more crafters to see my videos. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate you all that are subscribers and have come back to visit me and see this video today. Now we're moving on to step 3, you guys, and that involves our stamping. So I'm gonna pull in the stamps I'm using. And yes, these 2 are also from the Celebrate with Tags. It's kind of my show and tell, my second show and tell of the day. So let me see my instructions here. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna sneeze and I can't sneeze. Oh my goodness. Anywho, I'm gonna stamp because I talked about stamping and then die cutting. This is XOXO, so a little hugs and kisses there. And I'm gonna do it in the Memento Black, stamped beautifully. And then with our Flirty Flamingo, matchy ink pad to match my cardstock, I'm gonna take the Made with Love, and let me see where I'm gonna stamp that. We did that, that's gonna be for our tag. Puppy brain on the inside. Okay, this is gonna go on the inside. I had to read my instructions. So made with love. I'm gonna practice. I like it. So now I'm gonna stamp it on the inside of my tag. So now our tag is also kind of like a little baby card, you know? So let me close up my ink so I don't put my elbows or my fingers in it. Another question, have you guys done that where you leave your ink pads open and something body parts and clothes get in it? Oh my goodness. All right, so I was stamped with, I'm looking, okay. So let me get on to my next directions here. Is this my, yeah. Stamp in Memento Black the tag, which I've already pre-cut for us, and stamp, oh, you know what else we're gonna do on the outside? Let me grab it. I didn't pre-grab it, I so apologize. Here they are, my hearts. So let me get a little thingamabobby. And let's do the hearts with the Flirty Flamingo as well. And you'll see we're gonna put, I do wanna practice. I like to, ooh, and see, this is why I practice. I pressed too hard in the ink and I got ink on the outer edge and it formed a little, like a shadow effect. And I don't love that. So let me see how I'm doing, dry it off. And I'm gonna go a little gentler with my ink and I'm gonna practice again. And it's much better. Is it perfect? Nope, but that's okay. It's handmade. It's not supposed to be perfect, is it? Says the perfectionist. Okay, so I'm gonna do some hearts. Just a little down the page. Not really a page, down the tag. That kind of looks cute, so I'm gonna do a little bit more and run it right off the tag. All right. And this is just gonna add a little extra to our tag to decorate it, because what we're gonna now do with some dimensionals, I don't have any of my baby dimensionals over here, so I'm just gonna chop one of my full size in half so they fit nicely on our little label, which is also a sentiment. We stamped our sentiment, didn't we? All right, so I am going to put this guy, XOXO, on top of my heart. And then on our heart, on the bottom, we are gonna put some more dimensionals. And you can see it's big enough, I don't have to cut these up. But this is gonna look so cute. Whoopsie, there I go. Stuck to my finger, you guys. All right, look how cute it's gonna look with the hearts behind it. Then to add some more cuteness, you know I'm gonna add bling. You guys know, you know, my friends know. I always, and I didn't realize I do this, but I always use ribbon and bling. Who'd have thunk it? I guess I just like pretty stuff. So this is black and white gingham ribbon. So I just tied it through the hole. Let me bring it a little forward. There I go. I'm gonna point it away from me. I have found when I tie bows, if I face it away from me, they just lay nicer and the tails go in the direction that I want them. Now the ribbon is way too long and my loops are too long, so what I'm gonna do is lightly hold on the knot, pull on the tails, make the loops a little too small, and then come back, let me turn this inside out, there we go, and give it a little pinch. And now I like my bow a lot better. And I'm gonna cut off, a little bit at an angle, cut off the tails. There I go. Now it's looking like stinking cute, don't you think? Another little trick, if your bow doesn't lay the way you want it, sometimes what I do, you guys, this is like a secret trick. Shh. I was gonna say don't tell, but we need to tell everybody. So I'm gonna put a little baby glue dot underneath the bow and the tail, and that will hold it in place and nobody can see it. So that's like a little trick I've taught myself. I figured out and did it because it works like a charm, you guys. All right, so now we've stamped. Let's move on to step 4, and we're gonna adhere and put everything together. Now, for more videos like this one, you guys, instructional and creative and just pure fun, I want you to hit the subscribe button right now while it's fresh on your mind. You know why? I want you to find me again. I find when I find favorite videos, whether they be exercise videos, cooking videos, crafty videos, that if I don't subscribe, I have trouble finding them again. So I'm adding my glue. And then I am going to put the arrows facing up. And I'm not putting it right on the edge. I almost want a little baby margin. And I see that my paper extends just a little bitty bit below my actual layer. So let's come back and get rid of it. I'd rather it be too long than too short, but let's use our layer as a template. And you just come in with your scissors, your little detail scissors, and give it a little haircut just like this. Ta-da! Now it's perfect, right? And I've got my base card, which actually opens like this, top to bottom. And I am going to adhere this layer flat, you guys, because, let me see if we're going to adhere, pop this one up. No, I think I'll do that one flat as well, because there's a lot going on here. And sometimes I feel like if I've got too much popped up, it may require an extra stamp. Sometimes I don't mind that, but sometimes I do. I believe it's October 2nd, and I can look that date up for us, where the post office kicks in the holiday rates. So some of our postage may temporarily go up to help them during the holidays. All right, you pretty much have figured out that my adhesive of choice is glue, because I really like to know I've got a little wiggle room there before my glue dries completely. And this guy, since it has some moving parts, I think for me, I will feel more comfortable. Oh, I was going to use my tear and tape, but true confessions, it's that way. I had a class here in my classroom yesterday, and I forgot to grab it for my video. So I'm just going to use a truckload of these baby glue dots, literal truckload here, because they're babies, and I'm wishing and a little embarrassed that I don't have my tear and tape with me. Oh my goodness sakes. So we've got this going on. I'm not going to take all this. I'm just going to put it in place like this and show and tell you. I'm going to add, it just opens a little because we've got our little bow. It doesn't open all the way, but I got one more little baby show and tell for you, which are these sequins that are for holiday, but wait, all right, till you see how they blend so beautifully. So you would think red, green, but see the opalescent? These sequins tend to blend with some different colors because they are so stinking cute. Do I want this side? Let me go this way. I think I'm gonna go here. And another thing I want to point out to you with the sequins, look, there's no hole. I liked that. Have you ever glued on a sequin and the glue comes through the hole and shows through? So this is your finished project. So this would be a cute little card to mail to a senior care center, to mail to the Veterans Honor Flight, and just even mail to, who comes to your brain right now? Who did you just think of? Pop that in the mail to this person today. Could you mail it to a neighbor? Does somebody not feel good, or does somebody have a birthday? This is such a perfect just thinking of you card. And don't we all love to open our mailbox and have something other than bills and advertisements? Oh, it's just so lovely. So I want you to make a card today. Today is Day of Service. I'm gonna put a list of other ideas in addition to crafting that you could do for a day of service. And we're celebrating because it's Stampin' Up's Day of Service, but we all could adopt it, whether you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator or not. So how about making a card, or how about ordering the lunchbox card kit and contributing today for your crafty way to bless others? I'm gonna turn up the camera now so we can say goodbye. And I just want you to remember 3 things. I want you to like the video, I want you to remember to subscribe, and I want you to remember to watch another video. If you want a technique, I have playlists and it's techniques. If you want a fun fold, I have a playlist with fun folds. So whatever kind of crafty goodie you're looking for, go on the main page where it says playlist, hit click on it, hit click, and then you'll find the playlist, and it'll have a bunch of different videos for you to enjoy. So I want you to watch another video. Alrighty, I will see you again Friday, I think it's tomorrow, with another fun video. Thanks you guys, thanks for watching. Bye now.